they remember us?
Probably not. I checked before and I think June was the last time we made a video.
June, and it's now February. Sorry,
February
guys.
19th.
Did you miss us?
February 19th? It is.
Do you think they missed us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course they have. Of course they have. So yes, we're back. I'm sorry. We're sorry, aren't we, Mum?
yeah, we're really sorry. Life just got in the way, you know. But anyway, we're back.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our new resolution, isn't it? Can you make resolutions in February?
Stop making promises we don't know if
Oh,
we can
sorry.
keep, Mother.
Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, so I am currently off work with glandular fever. I've been away 3 days this year and I'm much better than I was. And I'm looking forward to getting back to work. But
You've been really poorly. If anyone's ever had glandular fever, it's so bad.
like,
My word.
can't even tell you.
She started with just a sore throat
Tonsillitis.
and gunk in your throat.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It wasn't even like normal tonsillitis. It was like proper gross. And then,
Back and forward to the doctors,
yeah,
and then you just got really sick one night and couldn't swallow, couldn't speak, and it all went downhill,
Yeah.
didn't it?
ended up in A&E.
And hospital,
And then I was admitted for, how long was it?
5 days.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then I've been off work ever since, but I am much better now. My problem is I've just can't stay awake. I normally sleep for like the morning or the afternoon. I can't manage a whole day.
Yeah, no.
But due to me being off, it means I'm getting lots of stitching done, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, probably not lots compared to some people, but
More than you normally
more
do.
than I normally do.
Yeah, more than you normally do.
Yes. Please.
She's got some news, guys.
I've got a boyfriend. His name, wait for it, is James. Now, if you're a long time watcher of this channel, you will remember the love of my life, James. But unfortunately, it's not that James.
Unfortunately, actually.
Still hold the flame for the optician James.
Do you really?
But don't tell the other James.
Oh, you heard it here.
No, I'm only joking. No,
So-
he's lovely.
So if you were to describe James...
Don't, I'll get embarrassed.
Okay.
He doesn't have a clue about
Okay.
Flosstube, by the way.
Okay. If you were to describe James in 3 words, what would you say? He is...
Oh no, I'm not playing this game.
Go on. Come on, we've started now.
Kind.
Kind.
I don't know. I can't describe.
Can I use the word?
Go on, you can.
Handsome.
And
He's just lovely, actually.
He is lovely.
He's really, really
poor
amazing.
thing. I think I've given him a few grey hairs. Well, a few more grey hairs
gosh.
since.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
hard because they started going out with each other at Christmas, and then
But-
since then
The end of last year.
you just weren't well at all, were you?
I've known him for 10 years. He's my best friend Fiona's brother-in-law. So, I mean, I guess John is one of my very close friends, his brother.
Yeah.
So I've known him for a long time, but yeah, he's really nice. But it means I've had a lot less time at home
Yeah.
because he lives in a place called Billinge, which is
Up north.
up north. It's about
Near
25-30 minute drive away, so
Yeah.
it depends if you're sticking to the speed limit.
And for all you mums who have empty nesters and people like that, I've already had 3 of our 4 kids leave the nest.
I am not
And I
leaving
didn't
anytime
want-
soon.
I
I am
didn't
not
want
leaving
Alice to leave the nest,
anytime soon.
But you know what? You're kind of a part-time girl here now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've
Okay.
got to say, things are okay Monday. That's okay. Tuesday, she's not here. Wednesday's nice. Thursday's yay. And Friday she starts packing up and off she goes, don't you?
I'm not leaving anytime soon.
I'm kind of struggling a bit.
I've had ear infections in both ears. Part of the glandular fever, and they're still like in and out, you know what I mean? So if I do this, they crackle. It's a good look, isn't it?
Yeah, don't
If
show
I do
it to
this, it's
James.
probably I'm trying to like unblock my ears.
But what was weird was she went to the optician. Did you go to the optician? Or you were gonna go, weren't you, recently? And you said, "Oh, I need to go to Optisavers to see
Not
James." Specsavers to see James, and I was like, "Oh," but that's kind
The
of.
dog is scratching at the door.
Just
She's a
ignore
nuisance.
it. Just
I'm just
ignore
gonna lock her in a cage. As nasty as that
So
sounds.
guys, isn't that exciting?
Right, in your bed. In your
We
bed.
have been really excited, and he is really lovely to us. That's nice, because we want someone lovely for all our kids, don't we? So, yeah. Oh, she's back.
I'm back. Right, so should we talk about cross stitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're here.
So I have. I've worn out now.
Oh, this is what happens.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, cross stitch. That's why we're here. I have been working on quite a few projects, and so I'll start off with Quiltz by Long Dog Samplers. This is where I'm up to. I'm enjoying it. The
It's absolutely
border.
gorgeous.
The border is a killer because it's so many colour changes, but my goal is to not move on to the next page until I've finished everything on this page. So I've nearly finished this page, and then I don't know how many pages it is
But
actually.
look how neat it is, guys.
Oh, don't show them the back.
It's so good.
So
It's so good.
yeah, so that is Quiltz by Long Dog Samplers. It's a beautiful piece.
That's quite autumny.
Autumnal.
Autumnal.
So yeah, I've been working on that. I've just got a list next to me. I am working on Home of a Needleworker by Little House Needleworks. I'm sure you've all seen it, but I am not doing that colour of house. I'm doing I'm going to do the house in a red. So I am not using the code 4, I'm just using whatever colours I can think of at the time. That's as far as I've got so far from the house. Well, part of the house, not the whole house. And I'm going to do the actual house in, oh sorry, a bit of noise, in this Stinky Dye silk. It's called Shades of Wine. So I'm going to do the house in that red instead of the blue. That's second whip. I've got tons because you know it's been a while. Next I've got Little Stitch Girl Blossom
You
House.
might want to go and get yourself a drink.
Yeah, if you've
or
not made a
something.
cup of tea,
Yeah, go
or
and make a cup of
coffee, or lemonade, or water if you're
Cheers.
boring. What else could you drink? If you want to make a drink, go make a drink, get a biscuit or a cookie or whatever you call them. Get some chocolate.
We've just had toaster sandwiches, haven't we?
Yeah, get a toaster sandwich. Anyway, so Little Stitch Girl Blossom House. My dad kindly for Christmas got me the spring one and the summer one. So I've nearly finished it.
Really pretty, Alice.
Yes, this is pretty.
Hmm.
Just realised I've got a big piece of fabric.
Do you know you do lots of houses, don't you?
Oh yeah, I like stitching houses. So, and that one. Let me just pop them, just literally chuck them across the floor in a minute. Next, I'm sorry, I'm going really fast on.
Yeah, if you want to just go
So
a bit
that Blossom
slower.
House, I'm doing it on 32 count linen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what colour. I presume it's Swigart because that's normally what I use. and I'm using all the cord for DMC, except for I'm using the River Rocks and the Frog's Legs for the border, the roof and the green. If you've got the pattern, you'll know. The rest I'm just using the DMC.
If you haven't, like me, you won't know. But
Next,
just go along anyway.
I dyed this piece of 32 count Murano Zygot to make it like, I wanted it to look like the sky. Do you know what I mean? You know, the clouds. So this is what I've done. It is the Spring Band sampler by Tiny Modernist, and it was in the Cross Stitcher magazine in January. The January one, I think. I have no idea what number
What
it
does that
is.
say? Be joyful in spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what your weather's been like across wherever you're
We've
watching
had
from, but
storms.
gosh, we've had Storm Dennis, Storm
Kira.
Storm Gale.
Gale.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, we missed E and F.
Oh,
So we're not Storm Gale. My mother's just thinking of, you know,
Gale force winds, maybe.
Gale force winds. So with this Tiny Modernist spring one, I had panicked then we weren't recording. I made this, what are they called? Thread card, something like that. With my Silhouette Cameo 3, Love of My Life. And I just cut it out quite a few times with card. You can hear it, it's hard. I glued it all together, and then I stuck the symbols and the colours on to make it easier. I've had to take 704 off for another project, which I try not to do, but desperate times, desperate times. So that is Tiny
To
Modernist.
show all your bags.
I'll do that in a bit.
Oh.
Spring Band sampler. What next should I show you? Let's have a look. Right, this bag is like chock-a-blocker to the brim. Now, my very, 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 very good friend Gillian, who is
Oh, hi Gillian.
stitch_crafter on Instagram. Let me just check, mother. I'll do your whip in a minute.
No, but she just made that.
Oh yeah, she didn't. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Sorry, I'm just going to check Gillian's Instagram name. Pretty sure it's stitch_. Yeah, it is stitch_crafter on Instagram. She is a part of our monthly meetup in the Liverpool Library. So the first Sunday of every month we meet in Liverpool Central Library. There's quite a few of us now. I haven't been. I'm a bit of a loser because I've not been since last year. But I hadn't been because I'd been in Billinge, and then now this time I haven't been because I've been unwell. So March, I will be there. Will you be there?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if I'm not working.
So anyway,
Hopefully.
Gillian, my good friend, she had stitched this and I really liked it. So she sent it to me, the Heart and Hand needle and thread. So I've started that.
You've done so much, darling, haven't you?
Yes. So I'm doing this on 32 count, of course. Belfast linen, or vintage country mocha, we would say mocha, by Zygot, I think. Don't look too closely because I've made a few artistic adjustments. That's the word. I was going to say corrections and adjustments at the same time. A few artistic adjustments, as I like to say. So yes, that is the Heart and Hand Needle Arts, I think it's called.
Lovely.
That I worked on. And then I'm also doing on the other side of the fabric the Lizzie Kate Seasons. I've just started spring yesterday. And that's as far as I got. For both of these, I've literally just pulled anything out of my bag. Whatever I've got, thread-wise, I've just pulled out. If you really want to know, I can tell you because I write it down, but I haven't stuck to the rules, you know? The thread rules.
Really, it's been kind of nice because you've got a nice setup upstairs and you've just been sitting all comfy and cosy and just...
I've not really been able to do much.
No.
I've been confined to my bed.
Yeah, she has.
So
Wish I was confined to my bed.
Do you know what? You do wish you were until you actually are, and then you're like,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wish I felt
Yeah, I
better.
suppose it was when I did my foot, didn't it? Wasn't I?
Yes, I mean, I have got tons and tons more whips, but I'll just show you them for now. Mother, would you like to show us your whip?
My whip.
Whilst I have my
So
foot.
I've just started. Well, I've done quite a bit.
Sorry.
Oh
it's not to
gosh,
fall.
nearly dropped you then. So I've got this.
Bring it back a bit. It's a printed. It's by, oh, what was it? Something Sunday. Joy Sunday.
Yeah, Joy Sunday.
Hey, look at me remembering.
I think
Memory
it was
house.
Joy Sunday.
Flower cabinet, and it's just printed on, you know, it's a bit more me mum. A bit easier for her.
Yeah, it's
bless
just
her.
a bit easier, but
Came with all the threads and that.
but yeah, it's really nice because I can just decide where I want to do, and you can just do it as and when. If you fancy a colour, just pull that colour out and do a little bit. So I
You haven't
have
got to follow a pattern, have
No,
you? It's all on there.
no, and then you dunk it. For those people that don't know, I'm sure you all know. It was only me who doesn't know. You dunk it in, and all the lines come off. Kind of cool. I'm dying to do that.
Well, don't do it yet because you'll be
Stop
stuck.
just.
You've only done 2 colours.
Could you imagine? Yeah. And Gillian, who we were just talking about in our cross stitch group, she made us all these bags, so it sits nicely in that bag.
Yes.
So
if you look
I
on my
always-
Instagram, I've got
I
a
always
picture of
think
mine.
about her, and she made us a little pocket thing to put our bits and pieces in.
Oh, look,
gosh.
Mum, yours is very organised. Look at that. Stunning work.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So
Wow,
yeah.
Mum. Put me to shame there.
Yeah, indeed. So that's that. And then the other thing that I'm working on is just a crocheted blanket for my sister for her birthday. So
Which is
it's
in
just,
April.
Yeah, so it's just literally up and down. Yeah, it's kind of nice. The colours are nice in it.
Gonna pop this cup of tea right next to
so
the
that's what
iPad.
I've been doing. Yeah, so I'm back at work full time.
You are not full time.
Oh gosh.
Don't lie. Aren't you 32 hours?
No, I'm 35.4 hours and full
so
time.
she's 5 hours off.
It's
Well, 3 hours off full time.
37. So I'm 3 hours off full time. Reason why I do those funny hours is if I do, if I say I'm full time, I would have to do an extra shift once a month, and I already do 12-hour days, so I'm not going to do any more. Yeah, so still looking after these babies that are feeding and growing, teeny tiny little things.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Should I talk about my plans?
yeah, what are your plans now?
Well, my good friend Gillian, who's had 3 shout-outs now. Go ahead, Gillian.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That's a very Scouse phrase, go ahead. She sent me Uno Memento Silver Plat. The Hot and Hands is now my new current favourite designer. I love their charts because aren't they cute? They're just like not very
Yeah.
big and they're just cute.
They're probably
So,
ideal for you for now as well. What is that?
it's a
What?
spring whirligig. Look, it's a rabbit. Got big long legs. Some carrot, Easter eggs, flowers. You get it?
No, hang on. Let me just put my glasses
Right,
on
you
that I
look
got
at
off James from Specsavers. All that
Not my
time
boyfriend,
ago.
James.
Not, yeah.
He just has an Irish accent that my James doesn't have. My James can't do any accents very well. Can't do the Liverpool accent. He's not from Liverpool.
Gosh.
He is lovely, and I can get over the fact that he can't do an Irish accent, but James from the Opticians.
But I wonder whether that's all James from the Opticians can do. Just an accent.
Just an Irish one.
Just an Irish accent.
Speaking of James,
Which James?
my James, he is taking me to the cross stitch shop for my birthday.
He is.
I don't think he knows what he's getting himself in for. I really don't.
No, I don't think he does too.
I think he thinks that you're meant to have one cross stitch chart and just the threads for that one cross stitch chart, and just that cross stitch chart.
Yeah.
I just work on that till it's finished.
And
I think he thinks that's how it works, and that, as we all know, it's just not how it works.
And I've been thinking for a while, he's never been in your sewing room, has he?
I would never let him in my sewing room. So, I'm not sure he knows what he's getting himself in for.
However,
I'll just go.
However, he is a musician, and he does have a lot of music stuff.
There's a lot of like guitars and things, like, yeah. So
probably bags of wires.
yeah,
That's probably what he's
boys
got.
have wires.
You've got boys.
He's got a whole cupboard in his house of guitars.
Yeah, but I'm sure with those guitars comes all the stuff that comes with it.
I mean,
Like the
they were all his
latest
dad's.
pedal and the latest.
He's got loads of pedals, but
this.
he tries to tell me, and he's like, I haven't bought anything for ages. And I'm like, yeah, well, when you do buy something, it's like a bajillion times more expensive than a piece of
than
cross-stitch
just
fabric. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
A guitar is a lot more expensive than a piece of even weave.
Yeah, and just pick up that box just so you can show them. You are starting to get a little bit more organised, aren't
This
you?
is part of my next bit, the next segment. I'll show you in a minute.
Sorry, guys.
This, Mother, she's
I'm
not seeing my
jumping the
list.
gun.
I've got
No,
the whole
I've not
list.
seen your list. I can't even see it.
It's in my supplies bit.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway, what I was saying, gonna work on spring whirligig. I think I am gonna do on the vintage country mocha. But I've got some even weave coming, and I'm really into dyeing fabric at the minute. I really enjoy the process of that. Can you hear that beeper? It's for the oven. Do you want to go turn it off really quick? I'll pause.
I'll be back. You can talk about me
Oh, okay.
or something.
Have you seen her? Seen the state of her? She looks a shell. That's a very Scouse phrase. Maybe we should have a Scouse lesson. Scouse is the Liverpool accent, which is what I have, not what my mum has, but I have. The Liverpool accent's called Scouse. Can't remember why. But we have a lot of phrases that they don't have in the rest of the UK. But one of them is, she looks a show, which means she looks... How would you describe? She looks ridiculous. Like, what are you wearing? Like, that top is awful. You look a show.
Ali?
So, your mother's now shouting my dad. Come on, Mum.
I've turned the dinger off, but...
Have you spilt your tea? It's dripping
No.
there.
No.
Anyway, so, back to where we were. I've been enjoying dyeing fabric, but hello.
Hang on, did you say anything bad about me?
Yeah, I said you look a show. A long time ago, I dyed a piece of fabric. Again, probably, most likely, definitely, there's 2 count Murano even, because that's my jam. Hey, it looks like it's the same colour as my top. It's not. Is it in real life? No, it's very different. So, I dyed it using, I need to stop doing this because you can't see the top of my head, using an avocado.
I love avocado on toast.
So I dyed it using a piece of avocado, not a piece of avocado. You use I think I used 2 avocados. You scoop out, the avocado, and then you use the stones from the avocados as well, and you put them in a pan of boiling water with the skins, and then leave it to simmer for a bit. You'll have to look online because I can't remember all the deets. Leave it to simmer for a bit and it turns the water this colour, and then you just dump this in and let it sit for a bit. I've got quite a lot of marks on mine. This is the back, you can't really see them from the front, so it's okay. And at the bottom. But I think that's probably because...
Where it's been sitting.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's because I didn't strain the water first, do you know what I mean? So like bits, so maybe next time I'd do that. But isn't it a lovely colour? I hope you can see that colour properly. It's like a peachy colour. It's really nice. So give it a go. So I might do spring whirligig on that. We'll see. Yes, where are we up to in my list? I want to work on my plans. One of my plans is to work on... Yeah. This bag's stuck. Hands-on design, Tulip house. I've got, last time I went to the cross stitch shop I kitted this up, so I've got all the fancy floss and hand dyed threads and the fabric. I've just ordered this fabric from Patchwork Rabbit because they had the, oh I don't know what it's called, Wiechelt, W-I-E-C-H-E-L-T, I think it's
W-I-E-C-H.
Wiechelt? Anyway, you'll probably all shout at me. So I actually ordered it in 28 count because it's black, but it's the chalkboard one, so it's not as black, it's a bit more grey black. So just ordered that to go with that, and I've also got the Queen Bee Farm by Hands On Design as well. So,
I think James is right. Yeah, I've got a lot.
No, I'm a young woman. I'm only 26. I'm not even 27 yet, so I've got the rest of my life to stitch. So we're good. Could be drugs, could be alcohol. It's neither. So anyway, so I might as well show you.
That's okay.
Might as well show you whilst I'm here what I've been doing. So I have this box that I keep the shelf above my bed that I've put all my projects in. I will link these bags from Amazon below. Literally, they weren't expensive. 24 bags for like a £10 or £12 for me. And then I've put these little tags on, you know, like little key tags, and I've used my label maker. So this is Tiny Modernist Santa's house, and I've just put the label on, so then I know if I want to work on this, it's there. And then in each bag, I've got in each bag I've at least got the pattern. I haven't got fabric for all of them. Some of them I have, but some of them I have. When I get this piece of even weave in, I've got quite a big piece of it. I'm going to dye the fabric and put them in. So in each bag, pattern, fabric, threads, pair of scissors, and a little pot to put all my threads in. Because otherwise, I don't know if you're like me, you stitch and then you cut the back of your thread, and then you just put this thread on the side, and then you end up
just go for 1 second.
You put the thread on the side, and then it, you know, it gets stuck on you and you leave the house and you're covered in thread, or your dad walks past you and he's got a piece of thread on his bum. Do you know what I mean? So, little pot in every bag. These scissors were 76p each from Amazon, and because they've got a blunt end, because they're kids' scissors, look, not going to stab any fabric, make a hole. So I'm trying to keep a pair of scissors and one of these little tubby things in each bag with the thread and the fabric, but we'll see how we get on with that. So every time I make an Amazon order, I just order a pair of scissors or a couple of pairs of scissors, so that I'll eventually build up enough to have a pair in each bag, which is quite decadent really, but you know me. So whilst my mother's still out of the room, I might as well carry on chatting to you. Let's consult my notes. So I bought this tray from Hobbycraft, which is a local craft shop. Well, we have one locally, it's a nationwide craft shop, and it was £2, and it was for, you know, the little trolleys, like the Rascal trolleys from IKEA. They have their own version, which I have 2 of, and they sell these trays to stick in them so that you can put bits and bobs on. I think they actually sit on the top. I might be incorrect, but I don't know. So anyway, I bought one to keep next to me whilst I'm working on a project, to put my scissors. I am a queen of losing scissors, so to put my scissors on, to put like threads that I'm using, and I'm sure by now you've all seen those mats that you can get, that, or you can make, that have got felt on the top, like a piece of mount board felt, and then you just bind it. So I'm going to make a couple for the bags, but I'm also, like, to travel with, I'm also going to make one that fits into this little, I could just cut a piece of felt and stick it in, but where's the joy in that? Piece of felt, that thing, they have got a name, but I can't remember the name, so it sits in this, that when I am working I can just put the bits in there and then gather them up and put them in the little pot. So I bought that £2, £2.50 I think, something, wasn't expensive whatsoever. So yes, I wanted to talk to you about that, and I wanted to talk to you about one more thing. Oh, sorry, and back and forth, sulky threads. I'm not late to the game because I've had them for a while, but we've not talked about them since we've last filmed. Oh, I love these threads. I've only got 2 packets of them, and I bought them on Amazon, and I found a website in the UK that sells them individually. So I might order them individually, but I might just carry on ordering them in this sulky cotton petites 12 weights. So you only use one strand when you're stitching with them.
Are they cross stitch?
Yeah, well, they were originally used for quilting, I think, I'm pretty certain. So
let me put these glasses on.
So instead of separating, when you separate your threads, separate in 2, you just use one. So they're great because the ends pop up and pop down, so you just wiggle it up and it pops up, and then you use it, you know, like normal thread.
So how come they don't normally sell them like that? Like, how come?
You've got tea on your glasses.
You're kidding me.
What has happened there? Have you been dunking your glasses in your tea? What's been going on? And yeah, so this is just because why DMC don't do it like this.
No.
But another thing I like about them is, so this is the end of the thread, but if you pull off too long a piece, you can just put it on the other end and just wind it round the other end. It's just a revolutionary, guys. A revolutionary.
Do you know, I think we said in one of the videos that we would love to invent something that makes our millions, did we?
I don't think we've ever said that.
Well,
you just say it to yourself all the time.
I long to invent something that makes millions. Do you think that will make millions, Alice?
I don't know. If you invent anything in the cross stitch world, I imagine you'll make millions because we're all the same.
Yeah, because you all buy. Yeah. Right, that's going to be my thing. I'm going to try and think of something that you guys don't yet know that you need.
Hang on. In order for that to happen, you'll have to know what we need, but you don't stitch, so you won't know what we need.
I do stitch a little bit.
Every now and then.
Listen, don't rain on my parade.
Don't we on my bonfire?
Don't jump in my boat. Is that a saying?
No.
It is now. Don't jump in my boat.
I wanted to say is we are nearly at 500 subscribers. We are 10 away last time I checked. So next video we will have a giveaway.
Yeah, we will.
500 subscribers.
We will.
Don't know what it is yet. We'll think of
well,
something.
maybe I'll invent it. Maybe it's something that none of you know.
Sorry, my ears are clicking again.
Oh, darling.
500 subscribers.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So tell your friends.
Yes, so please
tell your friends.
subscribe.
Yeah, and we are so sorry that we haven't been. To be honest, it's been a bit like...
We've had a bit of... I have been ill.
We've had a bit of beef, haven't we, really?
Beef, have we? Me and you?
No, not me and you, darling. Just like stuff, like life.
I have been so ill for what feels like 400 years. Like, I've been on antibiotics for... I think I've had probably a week and a half off antibiotics this year. Like, I finished my last one yesterday. I'll tell you.
Did you?
I'm just so sick of antibiotics. And then last year, it just all got a bit busy, didn't it, Mum? Got a bit busy.
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, it's nice we've got some nice news to share. That's really nice about James.
Yeah.
Esker.
Our niece. My niece, your grandchild.
She is the cutest thing ever.
She's going to be 2 in May. She is precious.
Yeah, she does this thing called golly golly, and where they just like talk in their own language.
Yeah. She be good. Yeah, she's so cute.
And you say nanny, and she goes, no.
She's
so cute.
Yes, let me just make sure
Yeah.
I'm not missing anything.
Should we say hi to Debbie and Kev?
Oh,
because I feel a bit like
some snug
you know,
crafts.
Debbie and Keff were like,
I
what
need to
kind
message
of
her.
kind of started us really on this journey of saying hi and watching their
I've
floss
watched
tubes.
Lots of floss tubes
Yeah.
since I have been.
Yeah, so hi to
well,
Debbie and Kev.
like, because
Who
the
else?
best thing about Flosstube is you can have, which I'm sure most of you do, you can have it on in the background. You don't really have to pay attention. You can just listen whilst you're stitching or whilst you're
And
doing
you
something
feel
else.
like you've got someone with you.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're on your own. And also, like when I wasn't well, and even still now, I can't concentrate for very long, so I can't really put a program on, because like a TV program, because I can't follow the storyline, because I can't keep my attention for long enough. It's like I've got too much to think about. I can't do that. So at least when you have Flosstube on, it's just like a conversation's going on. You're not.
I tell you what we did do. We went back to. I don't think we've been since. We went back to the Abercan, and we saw the lady who started you cross stitching, didn't we? And we said hi to her.
Yeah.
And you told her. Remember we said to how
I think it was the first
Alice had
episode.
had problems with her hands, and the lady said that she started stitching and it really helped. And at the time we kind of felt like that won't help, but it really has helped your hands massively. So we went back and we saw her, didn't we? And we said, oh, we really wanted to see you, and you were able to tell her. So that was really nice, wasn't it?
That was really nice.
Yeah.
I think that is enough for today. What I would like to say is I update my Instagram more regularly these days. I do more stories. I'll show you what I'm working on. It's at Stitching Ellis, STITCHINGELLIS. You couldn't guess. I'll link it below, and I highlight, if I'm working on a project, I will put it in my highlights. So if I post an update, I'll put it in my highlights so you can see what I'm working on. Yes, I think that is all I wanted to say.
It's really nice to be with you.
And also with you.
It's a little bit like a vicar.
Peace be with you.
And also with you.
Yeah, anyway, it's been
nice
a pleasure.
to see you guys.
As always.
We hope you're okay.
Yeah, please comment below. We love reading your
yeah,
comments.
we do. Please tell us if you've been up to anything, if you've got any exciting news,
Yeah.
anything
What you got
want
for
us.
Christmas?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Wait,
what else?
What you did for New Year?
Yeah.
Just let us know.
Valentine's.
Yeah.
What your future? What they're going to do in the future?
Yeah. Have you got anything exciting coming up?
Yeah.
What you're working on? Actually, that is genuinely what I'd like to know. What you're cross stitching at the minute.
Yeah.
I find that really interesting.
And what about what's their favourite thing they're reading? Like a nice book. Any
if you're reading
book
a book.
recommendations?
And if we have 500 subscribers by next time, we will do a giveaway.
We will.
But yeah, so
we
subscribe,
will.
please.
Yeah, please do.
Uh,
Tell your friends.
that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mum?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure,
Pleasure's
as
all
always. Have a lovely week,
mine.
a
Bye.
lovely day, a lovely evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Okay? I sound like the Truman guy.
Yeah. Wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, we wish you good life.
Be kind.
Yes.
Be kind,
Yeah,
be joyful.
kind. Yeah, that's the latest thing at the moment, isn't it? Everyone's saying be kind. But
Do you know
I think
why?
we're always kind. Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Be kind, look out for your neighbours, look both ways before you cross the road, stay safe, be good. Okay?